So, dear students, welcome to ISE. Today, we are going to discuss one of the important topic from the reasoning section, and according to the weightage of the marks that we are going to start discussing the topics here. Okay, so before that, first of all, I would like to congratulate you that you have chosen ISE here. Okay, so especially from the ISE, we are going to teach the subject in such a way that whatever be the question type that they are going to ask you in the question exam, okay, you have to be ready to face the exam. So in that we are going to prepare the questions and we'll plan the entire structure. In according to that only we are going to give the content to you. Okay, so if you observe, especially from the reasoning section, for the quantitative aptitude and reasoning sessions, if you know the concepts here, for the quantitative aptitude you can attempt the questions. Coming to reasoning sections, even though you are thorough with entire concepts of reasoning, but the thing is, if you are not able to practice the entire questions, entire models, you can't expect the exact answer from your side. The one thing is, for each and every topic from the reasoning, suppose you have practiced 1,000 questions, they are going to give you 1,001 question. But the thing is, they won't cross the basics, they will give the basics only, but the patterns they are going to change. Okay, so here we need to identify what are the basics and what are the different types of patterns that they are going to give you in the exam. Okay, so for that, so what we need to do, so first of all, I'll explain the topics which are which are having high weightage in the examinations. So first of all, coming to any PO exam or clerical exam, one topic is very important, that is coding and decoding. We'll feel that is very easy, but in the case of exam, even though if you practice 100 or 1,000 questions while you are practicing for the exam, they are going to ask you 1,001 question, because this is having vast expansion. Different types of logics will be available, so we can't expect which logic will comes to you, especially from the coding concept. That's why here today I'm going to discuss coding and decoding topics, and I'll tell you what is the difference between the classroom teaching and attempting in the exam, classroom knowledge and attempting in the exam. I'll tell you what is the major mistakes that the students are going to do in their exam. Okay, so today we are going to discuss the concept called coding and decoding. Here in the concept called coding and decoding, we are going to have the models of coding and decoding. So what are the different types of models will be available in this topic? I'm telling you, coding and decoding easy only when it is easy, when you are learning in the class, and when you are practicing at your home or in your institute, it will be easy for you. But when you are in the real battle, when you are in the real atmosphere, then the problem starts, only because you haven't practiced what are the different approaches they are going to give you in the examination. That's why, so before entering into the war field, we should know what are the weapons that the enemy is having. So that means we should know what are the things to be perfectly prepared. Okay, so here in the coding and decoding concept, we are going to have these different models. Okay, observe, first one is letter coding. Everyone knows this. A word will be given, based on the other word you need to identify the logic for that. Next one, letter to number coding, substitution coding, conditional coding, mixed coding, and miscellaneous coding. Everyone knows all these topics, but today we are going to discuss what are the regular mistakes that the students are going to do. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to discuss these two topics here, these two models, that is letter coding and letter to number coding, because these two are the base for the rest of the four. Okay, so for that, before going for that, I'll tell you how to identify how to identify a logic in the question, especially from the letter coding. So first of all, I'll tell you how we are going to get the questions from letter coding concept. suppose they have given if Sachin is coded as TCFL and T, then how Dravid will be coded in that language? It's an easy question. When you see this exam, when you see this question in the exam, you may feel that this is very easy. As obviously this is easy only, but how we are going to approach toward this question? So to approach toward this question, the basic thing that what we are going to do is, so simply if you are aware, if you are thorough with the alphabets and the numbers, easily you can answer the questions. You can, even without using pen and paper also, you can get the answer. But for that you should have the basics called alphabets and the numbers. So what you are, how we are going to attempt this question? Observe, I don't know the numbers. First of all, I don't know the numbers of the letters, let's say. Now I'm going to write the numbers for this: 19, 1, 3, 8, 9, 14. Here 20, 3, 6, 12. This is 14 and 20. Now how I'm going to start attempting this question? How, what will be my approach towards attempting the question? Okay, so for that, how we have to approach toward the solution? See, I have to start from here. See what they have given. Here they have given that S is 19. I want to find the code for S first. 19 is here. I need to identify the nearest number of 19. So what is the nearest number of 19 here? This is nearest number of 19, that is 20. In the same way, one more number is called 20 here also. So we are having two 20s are here. So 19 can be 20 or 19 can be 20. So first I'm going with the straight pattern. So if it is 19, 20, this will be plus 1. This is 1 and 3 plus 2. And this is 3 and 6 plus 3. 8 and 12 plus 4. 9 and 14 plus 5. 14 and 20 plus 6. So simply the logic is plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Right? So whenever they have given this in the exam, we can easily answer the question, no issue with that. So while attempting the while practicing these type of questions, you should know what are the different types of logics are available, as well as what are the different types of patterns are available. What is the difference between logics and patterns here? See, logic is nothing but here plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 and so on will be called as logic, and the straight pattern, I have drawn these lines in a straight manner, so that is called as pattern. This pattern may change. Even though the logic will be same, the pattern may get changed. So here I'm going to discuss some of the logics and patterns regularly, what they are going to give you in the exams. These are the basic logics and patterns. Sometimes they use the advanced methods of it. They will extend that, but the basics are constant. Okay. Now we'll see what are the different types of logics they are going to use while forming the questions. See, first, already we have discussed one of the logic will be plus 1, plus 2, plus 3 will be there, and second one it will be SDN, single digit number. This is very important. In recent exams, this single digit number concept is been in full flow. So how they are going to form this question? Suppose they have given a question like this: if Sachin is coded as HACHIC, they are going to give you this question. So if you don't know this logic, I'm telling you, if you don't know this logic, so what you are going to do? So obviously you may feel that this is HAC and HIC. You are going to get your own different types of your methods that you are going to approach toward the solution. Okay. But see here, so whenever you have seen these type of things, I'm telling you, if you're not being able to identify the logic within your time, the thing you need to do is simply write the numbers for the letters. Even though if you know the numbers, just write down the numbers so that you can recollect the logic. Okay, so see what the numbers we got here. So numbers here are 813893. And remember one thing, whenever the numbers for the letters which are given in the word, that too in the answer word, that too in the coded word, are all single numbers. Let's say all the words are single numbers. This SDN should comes into your mind. This SDN should recollect into your mind, right? So see how they have written. S is 19. The difference between 1 and 9 is 8. That's why they have written 8 here. Next, A is 1. As it is, they have written 1. Next, C, 3 as it is 3 they have written. 8 as it is 8 they have written. 9 as it is 9 they have written. 14 is nothing but 1 and 4. The difference between 1 and 4 is 3. So this is called SDN. This is also one of the important logic. Second, next one, reverse. Reverse logic. So this reverse logic, so to answer the questions from this reverse logic, everyone should know the reverse alphabets of it, first of all. So normal alphabets and reverse alphabets. Reverse alphabets are nothing but when you are going to count alphabets from the left hand side, they are normal alphabets. But when you are counting the same alphabets on the reverse side, suppose when I'm counting D, let's say D, from the left hand side will becomes 4, right? It is 4. But when I'm going to count this D from the right hand side, I'm going to get the other value. That other value is nothing but reverse value. So 4 is original value here and reverse value is 23. So this is called reverse value. Suppose if I take P is 16 is original value and reverse value is 11. Like that, they are going to give you the word. Suppose for the same word I'm giving, Sachin. Sachin is coded as H Z X S R M. Okay, so if you observe here, they have given Sachin and this is the code set they have given. If you don't know this logic, reverse logic, you can't even attempt the question. You can't even guess the logic behind the question. So this is reverse. And one more way to identify whether this is reverse or not. See, simply the number for S is 19 and number for H is 8. If you add these two numbers 19 plus 8, 27. Remember one point. So whenever you are going to get the total of any two variables, any two letters as 27, you should recollect this logic. That is reverse logic. Okay, so reverse is one of the important logic. And I'm telling you, they won't only give you reverse. They will extend this pattern also. They will extend this logic like reverse plus 1 and reverse minus 1. Reverse plus 1 and reverse minus 1. So you are going to learn only reverse. But in the exam, they are going to give you reverse plus 1 logic. I'll tell you how they are going to give you this reverse plus 1 logic. I'll give you with a simple example. See, suppose they are given if bat equals to Z A H. So how we are going to answer this question? So every time, as we know, we'll write the numbers, we'll count the difference between the numbers. That is, everything will be common in our practice. But I'm telling you, so when you are not getting the answers through your normal procedure, then you have to come for this logic. See what they have given. So if you go for B reverse value is actually Y. But here I have given Z. That means reverse value plus 1. Reverse value plus 1. Next, A reverse value is Z. Z plus 1. That is A. Coming to the T. T reverse value is G plus 1, H. Like that, they are going to give you the logics. So here, that is reverse plus 1 or reverse minus 1. So they are going to extend this type of things. So here I have written plus 1, plus 2, plus 3 like that. Sometimes plus 1, plus 1, minus 1 orderly, or sometimes even numbers, sometimes prime numbers. But the basic are these three. So nowadays they are giving these type of logics more in the exam. So if you are thorough with these type of basic things, you will get 100% attempt in the examination. I am telling you, if you are able to learn the basics of first two models, that will be the extension of next four models. You can easily answer the questions. Okay. Now, this is about the logics. So we can extend these logics by +1 -1 or a single digit number addition, single digit number subtraction. By finding the difference and finding the addition also, we are going to get the answers here. Clear? Next, these are the list of logics. I am going to give you the list of patterns here. List of patterns. So now, whenever you are going to solve the question, normally directly you are going to attempt the question by observing the first letter and first letter, second letter and second letter, so on. This is called a straight pattern. But in the exams, they are going to give you any type of pattern. Let's say so this is one of the pattern. This is second pattern. These three are even letters patterns. That means the number of letters in the each word will be even, either 6, 4, 8, like that you are going to get. Sometimes they are going to give you odd numbers also. So like that, how we are going to identify the patterns here? Suppose they have given even number of letters here, even number of letters, then any of these three will be the patterns for that, any of these three. But when they have given words with having odd number of letters like 5 or 7 or 9, any of these two, or there are different types of patterns also, so any of these two can be used. So these are some of the patterns. So these are the regular patterns. They are going to form the questions based on this. So till now we have discussed list of 3 to 4 logics and list of 5 to 6 patterns. Now we are having the classroom knowledge now, right? So with this knowledge we can go to the exam. But what happens? I'll tell you with an example. I'm telling you 100 out of 100 get the wrong answer for this question. I'm going to give you one question. 100 out of 100, definitely you people are going to give the wrong answer for this question. Everyone will get into the trap. I'll tell you how they are going to form the questions based on this. Okay, see, the whatever the logics that we have discussed, whatever the patterns that we have discussed, I'm going to form the question on that only. Okay, so I'm telling you most of the people will get the wrong answer for this wrong answer for this question, because I'm telling you the person who sets the paper will have more ego than you. He don't allow you to answer the question, right? So I'll give you the options also. Now this is the question. Okay, so I'll give you half-minute time. Those who are watching this video, I'm giving you half-minute time. Just observe this question and tell me what will be the correct answer for this question. Okay, suppose there are four options they are given. Four options. There is none of these option is given. There are four options. We need to identify the question. We need to identify the answer from these four options only. Okay. Now, your time starts now. I'm giving you just half-minute time. Those who are watching this video. Okay. So everyone, I'm telling you, everyone will identify the logic for this question with very ease. I'm telling you with very ease, because already having the classroom knowledge that whenever you're going to see this type of questions, you have to follow the logics, you have to follow the patterns that what you learned in the classroom. But the thing is, the scene is completely different in the exam. Okay, so how they are going to trap you? I'm telling you how they are going to trap you. So see, so whenever you're going to answer this question, so first you are going to see this. If tiger is coded as UHHDS, okay, so how we are going to plan? T, U is there, that means it is simply plus 1. T plus 1 is U. Then I and H means I minus 1 is H. Then G plus 1 is H. Okay. Next E minus 1 is D. That is also okay. R plus 1, yes. Yes, we got the logic. Plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 and plus 1. That's it. And you may think that why we are discussing this much about this logic. There is nothing in the logic. So whenever you have seen this question and you are going to attempt the answer and you start imagine yourself where you are going to get posted, whether I'm going to get a 10 to 5 job or 11 to 6 job, or I'm going to get my job near to my house, or I'm going to get this much of dowry or what. So you're going to start thinking this type of imaginations. But the thing is, you don't know what is the mistake that you have done in the examination. I'm telling you, the examiner is having more ego than you. He won't allow you to score easily. Then what you need to do, see, same, okay, same logic I'm going to apply on this. So what is that? P plus 1 Q, E minus 1 D, R, that is here I'm plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 I'm taking. Okay, so first E minus 1, this is R plus 1, S minus 1 R, next O plus 1 P, and N minus 1 M. Yes, very good. We got the answer QDSRPM. Okay, we got the answer as QDSRPM. Now we'll check here. First of all, it is given QDRSPM. Some students are there who are very active, overactive. They are going to see that, yes, I got the answer. QD is starting 2 letters, PM is start last 2 letters. Yes, this may be the answer. And they start thinking 10 to 5 or 11 to 6, their desired timings of jobs. But clearly observe each and every letter there. This is QDSRPM we got, but here we get QDRSPM. It should not be the right one. So these two letters doesn't match. That's why first one is not the answer. Second one, QDSRPM. You got QDSRPM here, QDSRP. Last one is not M, this is N. Some students are there, they will compromise with the examiner. Let's for only one letter, what happens? So I'm going to get this as the correct answer. But this is also not the correct answer, because even a single letter will matters here. That's why you should get QDSRPM, not QDSRPN. That's why second one is also not the answer. Then what is the answer? Then you start thinking that I learned the topics perfectly in the classroom. Our sir has given the information, this much information, so I got each and every information from my instructor. I'll practice more number of questions, but I'm not getting the answer for this question. You may start thinking that. But my dear friends, here the competitive exam will comes into the act. Normal classroom knowledge is completely different from the examination, the attempt, the patterns. See what they have given. Simply, as you understand, they have followed the same logic. Plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus only they have followed, but included that, in addition to that, in addition to that, they have used their own pattern in this, their own pattern. What is their own pattern? So what they have taken means, see here. So they have taken plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1. So you may feel that yes, I have to take the same logic. But the thing is, after taking this, in addition to this, they have used one more logic in this. What is that? See, plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 they have taken for consonants. Minus 1 they have taken for vowels. See here, minus 1 is there at vowels, minus 1 is there at vowels, and plus 1 is there at consonants. Okay, now see, if I apply the same on this, I have taken person, the word called person. So as per the given logic, I have to take vowels minus 1. So this will be D and this will be N. O minus 1 N. The rest of the things will be plus 1. So P plus 1 Q, R plus 1 S, S plus 1 T, and N plus 1 O. So Q, D, S, T, N, O, that is there in the last option. You can't even guess what will be the logic for this question unless you practice the questions from our instructors. So normal teaching is different, classroom knowledge is different, I'm telling you. Even though if you practice 1,000 questions, even though if you practice 10,000 questions, new questions will be formed in the examinations. So the thing is, you should know what are the different types of attempt, different types of patterns they are going to give you in the exam. Clear? So for that, I'm telling you, you are going to get these type of surprising questions more and more in future classes. I'm telling you, each and every topic from our side is going to have these type of surprising questions and these type of trapping questions. I'm telling you, competitive exam is nothing but trapping. So every question will have the trap. The people who are going to have more number of knowledge, more number of questions practice and different types of sources practice, they are going to solve these type of trapping questions. Okay, so this is one of the trial. I'm telling you, you are going to have more and more questions from our side, from each and every topic, from especially from our ISC classes. Clear, sir? So this is the first concept called first model, letter coding. Okay, next, second model. We are going to discuss the second model from this. So if you observe, so second model that we have taken here is letter to number coding. So letter coding, we have discussed some brief information regarding this. So in this brief information, we know the what are the trapping questions. So in the model letter to number coding also, we are going to learn what are the trapping questions, how they are going to form the trapping questions. We'll see here. So letter to number. So letter to number, they are going to give you a single logic will be there, but different implementations. You should know what are the different implementations. Okay, so we'll solve the questions based on that only. See, suppose they have given a question like this. I'm going to give you three questions based on same logic, but different implementation. Okay, so see here, this is one of the example. I'll give you with the options also. Okay, next. So this is second question. Meanwhile, just start practicing, just try to solve the questions. We're going to discuss all the questions here. Okay. Now see, a simple logic and a single logic for the same three questions, but implementations are different. I am telling you, implementations are different. As we already discussed in the letter coding, even though if you practice n number of models, you have to be ready to face the next model. So same here also. That all the three examples that I have given here are based on the same logic, but implementations are different. Okay, now we'll see here. So as everyone knows, so whenever you are going to find a combination of word and number, simply we are going to write the numbers for the letters. So if you go for this, this is 3, 1 and 20. So what is the total here? 24, and the answer is 48. Simply it will be 24 into 2, 48. Okay, next one, this is 2 plus 1 plus 20. Again, I'm going to get 23 double 46. So rat I'm going to get is 18 plus 1 plus 20. So that is 39. Yes, I'm getting 39. Can you go with that 39? No. So there will be some options. There will be some options. Sometimes even though you have cracked the logic, but you are going to fall in the trap. Okay, so sometimes they are going to give you this option freshly in the first side, but you have to remember what is the logic that you are following here. So the total we got is 39. We need to double the 39. You're going to get 78 is the answer for this question. Okay, now coming to the second one. Coming to the second one, here also I have used the same logic, but implementation is different. See how. So whenever you have seen this, this is a 1 t 20. So 1 plus 20, 21, and the number they have given is 42. So we know that 21 double is 42. Okay, so first one you got here. Coming to the second one, so here they have given 2, 1 and 20. So what is the total? Here the total is 23. We got 69. Okay, we may feel that 23 into 3 is 69. Here 21 into 2 equals to 42. Next I'll go with this HUTCH, that is 8 plus U21 plus T20 plus C plus H is equals to total will be 60. And the number they have given is 300. So 6 into 5 equals to 300. Now you start imagining yourself that yes, it is into 2, into 3, into 5, and automatically one logic will come and stick it to in your mind that they are multiplying with prime numbers, right? So when that type of things that sticks in your mind, you can't reach the exact logic. So see here, it may look like that they are multiplying with the prime numbers, right? They are multiplying with the prime numbers, but see here, suppose they have multiplied with 2, next 3, next 5, what will be the next prime number? 7. So I'll take idea. Idea is nothing but 19. If I go 19 into 7, 19 into 7 will be above 100. 19 into 7 will be above 100, but that is not there. Now you start disappointing yourself, because already you're having some expectations on your answer that yes, I got the logic, but you haven't reached the logic yet. Okay, so for that, so what you need to do? Same logic plus only. They have added the numbers and they have applied some logic on this. So what happened here is they have used the same logic with different implementation. I'm telling you, different implementation. The knowledge that we gained in the classroom is only add the numbers, you'll get some number either with the double or triple. But when you are going to practice more number of questions from our side, you are going to get different types of patterns, also implementations. See here, I have multiplied with 2 here. Okay, I have multiplied with 2 here. Here I multiplied with 3. Here I multiplied with 5. Why I have multiplied with 2, 3, 5? These are not prime numbers. How I have multiplied with 2 means, yet AT is having 2 letters, BAT is having 3 letters, H is having 5 letters. Understood? AT is having 2 letters, that's why multiplied with 2. BAT is having 3 letters, that's why multiplied with 3. H is having 5 letters, that's why multiplied with 5. Now idea is having only 4 letters. I need to multiply the total of idea with 4 letters only. So 19 into 4, 76. That is the answer. Understood? What, how you are going to be in the trap? Okay, sir. Next, third one. Third one is also having the same logic. The same logic that he, she, some. Okay, so I'm going to take the numbers here. It is 8 and this is 5. 8 plus 5, 13, but I got there is 41. So whatever the logics that we have learned in the classroom, we are going to apply on that question. Okay, so but sometimes we are going to forget the logics that we are learned in the classroom, or sometimes we need to import some logics from the other models also. Okay, especially when you are solving the coding and decoding concepts, you have to use all the logics that we have learned in all the models. Clear? Now see here, 8 plus 5, 13 I have written, but it is 41, nowhere near to that number. Second one, this is 19 plus 8 plus 5, 27 plus 5, 32. This is also nowhere near to the 32. So what happened here? So the thing is, whenever you are applying the same logics on the question and you are not getting the answer, then what you need to do? You need to do the approach in a different manner. See here, I have written the normal numbers here. H equals to 8 plus 5 equals to 13 I have taken. But as we already discussed in the letter coding, they are recently, they are using the logics with reverse letters, reverse numbers of the alphabets. Clear? See here, H is nothing but 8 when if you count it from the left hand side. But if you come from the right hand side, I'm telling you, if you come from the right hand side, the H value will be 19. H value will be 19 plus E value is 5 from the left hand side. If you come from the right hand side, E value will be 22. So 19 plus 22, 41. Clear? So what is the logic we have used here? The logic is same, only additions. But the thing is, the approach that we are using here is completely different. So this approach will comes to you when you are going to have more knowledge on the implementations. Each and every topic, each and every model we are going to discuss here in this classes with this type of implementations. A single logic, how you are going to get different types of implementations, how you have to get rid of these traps will be discussed in each and every topic, especially in these classes. So this is one logic and 3 implementations. Clear? I'll give you one more example with this. Here also I'm giving you the examples of same logic but different examples. Already I have given some information regarding that, how you need to think beyond the given logics, out of the box. Okay, so before completing all the three, try the first one. Okay, we'll see here. Next. So these three examples based on the same logic, I'm telling you based on the same logic, but each of them having different implementations. I'm telling you, you have to identify. Once you have identified the logic, I'm telling you, you will completed half of your process. But the remaining, you should know what should not be the trap for this. You should come out of the trap. Okay, observe here. In the first, I have given bank equals to 10. So bank equals to 10. When have you seen this question? So I am taking 2, 1, 14 and 11. So as it is rules I'll follow, as it is logics I'll follow here. So 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 14, 20, 17 and 17 plus 11, 28 I got here, 28. But 28 is nowhere near to the given number called 10. Here also the same thing. Then what is going to be the answer? 28 minus 18? No? Then immediately you need to identify a concept called SDN, that what we have discussed in the letter coding. Okay, SDN is nothing but single digit number, making the given answer into single digit number either by adding the digits in the number or finding the digits in the number. So what I am going to do here, 10, how we got 10 here? Simply 2 plus 8 equals to 10. Now observe here, exam they have given 5, 24, 1 and 13. Okay, if you add these numbers, you are going to get 43. Yes, I got 43 is the answer. So option 1, I'll put option 1, I'll come out of the exam. As it is, I'm going to think where I'm going to get the job and what will be the timings, how much dowry I'm going to get. These type of things I'm going to think, but you don't know what is the mistake that we have done in the examination. It is called regular competitive exam mistakes. Even though you are thorough with 100 logics, 1000 logics, but these type of mistakes will be done by each and every student, even with the brilliant students also. I'm telling each and every student. So you should come out of these things. You should be aware of these traps. Okay, see here, total 43 we got. So first option is 43. This will not be the answer. 4 plus 3, 7 I need to get. That's why that is option C will be the answer for this question. Okay, next. The same pattern I'm telling you, the same logic I have used here. As it is logic, but with different implementation I have taken here. See, the same SDN logic only. Okay, so if I take here D equals to 4 I have taken, H equals to 8, this is 15 and this is 14 and this is 9. Okay, I'm going to add these numbers. If I add this number, this is 4 plus 8, 12, 27, 41 and 9, 50 I got. This 50 is nowhere near to 32. Then what I need to do? So I'm going to recollect all old logics so that I can apply the old logics here. So at that time, when you are not being able to get the logics properly, then immediately you need to get the logic called SDN or reverse. Already we have discussed the reverse here. So if you go for SDN, this is one type of SDN. That means after getting the answer, I have added the numbers and I got the answer. But coming to this, even if you add these numbers, 5 plus 0, I got as 50. 5 plus 0, I'm going to get only 5, not 32. Okay, so what happened here? How they have taken SDN here? That matters here. Okay, so how they have used this SDN? They have taken 4 as it is. Here they have taken 4. The numbers they have taken is correct only, but how they have taken, see, D equals to 4, okay. H equals to 8, that is also okay. Instead of taking O is 15, they have taken 15 means 1 plus 5, 6 they have taken. Next, N is 14, that means 1 plus 4, 5 they have taken. And this is 9. If you add these numbers, 4 plus 8, 12, 18, then 23 plus 9, 32. I'm telling you the same logic there in the first example will be there in the second example, will be there in the third example, but you won't get the answers because the logics are same but implementations are different. So here I have taken the SDNs of the words, not the answers. So what is the answer I'm going to get here is K is 2 now, 11, 1 plus 1, 2. O is 15 now, I'm going to get 6. H is 8, I'm going to get 8 as it is because it is a single digit number only. L is 12, I'm going to get 3. I is 9. If you add these numbers, you are going to get 28 as the answer. Understood? Now the third example, the same logic, but different implementation. See, study equals to 1. If you add these numbers, I'm telling you the numbers that you have taken for a study, it will come as 89. 89. By observing the question itself, you can say that 89 and the answer is 1. So that you can imagine that the difference between 8 and 9 is nothing but 1. But the logic that they have given here is completely different. See, I got 8 and 9 difference is 1. I have written 1. Now I'll go with this. If I add the letters in the word verbal, I'm going to get 60. Very good. The first option is called as 60 is present in the first option itself. Yes, you are going to mark that answer and you're going to feel that yes, I'm going to get the correct answer. I'm going to get the job. I'll get the job for 9 to 5 or 10 to 6, whatever it may be, and I'll get the job near to my house only. But you don't know what is the mistake that you have done in the exam. It's a simple mistake, a common mistake for every competitive student. I'm telling you. See, 60 you got it, very good, that is there in the option, but what happened to here? It is 89 given, but that is not 89, that is 1. The difference between 8 and 9, 1 they have taken. Here the answer they got is 60. We need to take the difference between 6 and 0. That means you have to get 6 as the answer. Yes, we find the logic here, very good, but 6 is not there. Then what you are going to do? Even though you have come one stage up and you have think differently out of the box, but you didn't get the answer. Very good, you came out of the box, just move one more step towards the answer. So what is that? See, you got 60 here, very good, but what happened here? So we got 8 and 9 difference is 1, 6 and 0 difference should be 6, but 6 is not present in the answer means the implementation is applied on the answer. So what happened here? So 1 I have got the answer. If I square this number, again I'm going to get 1 only. If I take the difference between these two numbers, this will be 6. If I square that number, 6 square equals to 36, I'm telling you. So this is what it is called as implementation concept. Logics, even if you learn 10,000 logics, there will be no use unless you don't know how to implement the logics. That really matters. You are going to get these type of surprising questions in every model, every concept, in especially in our ISE classes. Clear? Next. So this is related to letter to number coding. If you are thorough with these two models, I'm telling you, if you are thorough with these two models are the extension of the next 4 models. Okay. Next, we are going to discuss the next models. See here, the next model that we are having is substitutional coding. So based on the type of exam that you are attempting, the model will comes to your exam. So first one, substitutional coding is the easiest one in the exam. but there may be a chance of getting more wrong answers for this question. Okay, see how you are going to get more wrong answers for this question. First, so substitutional coding questions will be like this. They are going to give you the coding link. See, if white is called blue, blue is called red, red is called yellow, yellow is called green, green is called black, black is called violet, and violet is called orange. Now they are asking what will be the color of human blood. So the color of human blood will be actually, the color of human blood will be red. Now what we need to get the answer here? But red is not there. Even if you are having red, they won't ask you what is the color of sky, what is the color of human blood, what is your hair color. They won't ask you that type of silly questions. Okay, so they ask that what is the color of human blood means you can't write the answer as red. Here, how they have coded this red, you need to read. See, white is called blue, blue is called red, and red is called yellow. That means red is coded as yellow. That means what is the color of human blood means the color of human blood is nothing but red, but red is called yellow. So you need to answer the question as yellow. A simple one. Okay, next. But there may be a chance of getting the wrong answers for this. By attempting wrong answers, you may get negative marking also. So you have to be thorough with this. Next, observe the next question. You can easily answer now. Now the question they are asking is, which of the following will be used for washing clothes? For washing clothes, which will be used? Obviously, we'll use soap. So soap is called here. They have given soap is called ink. That's why answer will be ink option E. Next, if air is called green, green is called blue, and so on, the question is what is the color of this clear sky? The color of the sky will be blue, but blue is called here, blue is called sky. See how confused it is. What is the color of the sky is blue, and again blue is called as sky, so answer will be sky. That's why they have introduced this concept, especially in the clerical exams. I'm telling you, if you're attempting RRB office assistant exams or clerical exams, you are going to get these type of substitutional coding logics. Next one is conditional coding. This is also very easy, and I'm going to tell you this concept as LKG nursery model. They'll give the conditions, we need to follow the condition. They'll give the instructions, we need to follow the instructions. That's it. Nothing is there in this. No logic will be there. And I'm telling you, more number of chances are there to get correct answers for this. Exact answers for this. If you follow the exact instructions I'm telling you. Okay. So more number of chances are there to get out of the instructions also. That's why they have given this. We'll see here. See, this is called conditional coding. They'll give you alphabets and codes followed by three conditions, followed by the conditions. So based on these conditions, okay, based on these conditions, we need to answer the questions. See what they have given. The question they have given in the next slide, that is, what is the answer for ARKLW? ARKLW, I need to write here. ARKLW. I need to write the answer for this question. ARKLW. Okay. First, I'll go with the condition 1. If first letter is vowel, and last letter is consonant. If first letter is vowel and last letter is consonant, yes, the word that they are given here follows the condition 1. If the first letter is vowel and the last letter is consonant, then both are to be coded as code for T. Both are to be coded as code for T. We should not take the codes for A and W here. We have to take the T code for both A and W. What is the T code here? T code is 3. I have to take 3 here as well as 3 here. The remaining R, K, L. R is at the rate and K is star and L is 0. We are going to get 3 at the rate star 03. 3 at the rate star 03. 3 at the rate star 03. Option is here. Simply we need to follow the instructions. But the thing is, I have shown you the sample question of it. But when you come into the classroom session, and when you come into the live sessions, I'm telling you, you are going to get some typical, that means low level, moderate level, and high level questions also, so that it will be more helpful for you in the exam. Even in the instructions models also, you are going to have typical instructions, confusing instructions will be there. Sometimes a single word is going to follow two, three instructions, the same kind of word. So what we need to do with the instructions? So these type of things will be called trap. Suppose, see, they have given simply ARKLW. I have taken the first letter is vowel and the last letter is consonant. Sometimes in the second condition, they are going to give you that if the middle letter is K, if the middle letter is K, you need to use the other condition. But I have read only first instruction. I have followed the first instruction. Again, I'm going to feel that as I got the correct answer and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to think more than what the possible is. But you have to read each and every instruction they have given. According to the instruction, we need to follow the question. Clear? So this is conditional coding. Next. Very important concept, this is mixed coding. This mixed coding concept will comes in both POs as well as clerical also. But coming to this substitutional coding type of questions, you can't expect that in the PO question, you can expect that in the clerical only. Now see, what is nothing but mixed coding. The students who are beginners, they don't know how to answer these questions. Very easy, but more number of chances are there to get the wrong answers for this question, because when they are going to increase the level of this question, when they are going to increase the number of statements in the exam, the complexity of the question is going to be increased. So for that, you have to be ready to answer the questions. Once you are thorough with the concept, you are ready to be get the answer. Okay, see here. So mixed coding is nothing but they'll give you the statements. These are the statements. Neat and tidy is a statement. Small but neat is a statement. Good but erratic is a statement. And these are the codes they have given here. See, these are the codes. Okay, so these are the codes they have given and these are the words. Now they are going to ask you what would be the code for but. They are going to ask you the words or codes. They are going to codes. We need to answer the words. Now they are asking what is the code for but here. Okay, now we'll check here. But is the word called but is present in second option as well as third option. Second option, third option. That means answer has to be present in second and third only, not in the first one. Sometimes you are going to check the answer there in the first and second. Now you're going to think that if the code is present in first and second, you are going to get the correct answer. But sometimes the word will be present in third, second, and first also sometimes. So you have to be thorough with that. Okay, so you have to be careful with that type of answers. But in this case, see, but is present in only two statements. So answer has to come in these two statements only, and that word should not present in any other statements. Okay, so see here, what is a common? QPR is not there, INM is also not there, SCN is present in both the things, but SCN is not there. Okay, so but is nothing but SCN. I'm going for option C. But don't expect these type of laddu questions in the exam. I'm telling you won't get this type of laddu questions. I'm telling you for idea how you are going to get the question from mixed coding. Second question. Those who are watching this video, just try to answer the questions. See what they're given here. Here also they got three codes, three set of statements they have given. Singing is appreciable, dancing is good, singing and dancing. They have given three different types of set of statements given. Now they are asking what is the code for good. What is the code for good? To answer the question from this, we need to check where the word called good is present. The word called good is present in second statement. Second statement. That means only second statement. I'm telling you, only second statement means answer has to be there in only second statement. See, MOT already present in the first one. So MOT is not the answer. BAJ is already present in this last statement. So BAJ is also not the answer. So the rest of the thing which is present here is min. So I'm going to get min as the answer for my question. So good is nothing but min. So that is option B. Clear? Next. In a certain code, they are given with the numbers now. 37 means which class? 583 means caste and class. What is the code for caste? They're asking what is the code for caste. Check where is the caste is present. Caste is present in only second statement. Caste is present in only second statement. Now, what are the number present in only here? 3 already there here. So 3 will not be the answer for this question. The remaining are 5 and 8 repeated anywhere. Not repeated anywhere. That's why 5 and 8 will be the answer. That's why you can take this as either 5 will be the answer or 8 will be the answer. That's why option E will be the answer for this question. Clear? Next. Here they are asking what is the code for ripe. What is the code for ripe? They are asking. See, 743 means mangoes are good, eat good food, mangoes are ripe. Ripe is present in only last statement. Ripe is present only here. So we need to answer the question from here itself. So ripe is present in only third statement means the answer has to be there in only last statement. So 9, 3, 4. 3 and 4 already present here. 3 and 4 will not be the answers for this question. So the remaining will be 9. That's why ripe is nothing but 9. Clear? Next. So this is the extension of this question. Okay. So once you got the idea regarding how to answer the questions from mixed coding, you can answer any type of questions which are given in the advanced level. Okay. So once you get through these questions, so after this, when you come into the live classes, when you come into the real-time classes, I'm telling you, we are going to answer. Everyone will follow the rule. I'm telling you, everyone will understand the logic behind mixed coding, the pattern behind mixed coding, the process behind mixed coding. But the thing is, the options that they are going to get to solve will varies. So we need to practice the questions from options. So that type of things will be discussed once you come into the live sessions. Clear? Now the next one we are going to discuss here is this is last one, miscellaneous coding, and this one will come especially in mains exam. I'm telling you, mains exam. So this is very important for mains exam. Okay, so this is extension of mixed coding. It look like mixed coding, but this is not the exact process of mixed coding. This includes the starting models of letter coding and letter to number coding in this type of miscellaneous coding. We'll see what type of questions they are going to ask you in this. So see here, this is the question they have given. So this is the question. So what is the question they asked here? In a certain code language, search justice rather unusual has written as 14JE, 10SE, 12RR like that. Clear? So set of statements given, set of codes has been given. So what you need to do here is, first of all, you need to decode. You have to decode everything. See, this is set of code, this is one set of code, this is another set of code, and this is another set of code. Each and every set of code is going to consist of a number followed by two letters, sometimes number symbol letters, sometimes two numbers, two letters, like that. They are going to give the combination of the codes. So what we need to do is we need to identify the logic behind these questions. And I'm telling you, once you are thorough with the first two models, letter and letter number coding, that as it is models will come into this. And these type of questions will not have any logics in this. The only thing is, if you practice more number of questions from this model, you are going to cover more number of logics. That is the secret behind this question, this model. So how you need to identify this question? First, see here, they are given 14JE. JE, the letters are JE here. There is no JE in the first statement. So leave the first word. Coming to the next word, they have given J here. Justice, the first letter is J, last letter is E. That's what they have given. JE is present here. Okay, that means the word starting and ending letters are writing here. Next, SE. SE is nothing but starting letter S, ending letter of E. Surge ending letter E, starting letter S. That's why they have written S, E. Yes, we got the logic for the letters. The word, they are taking the word, the first letter of the word and the last letter of the word is writing over there. Then what is the code for number now? Now I'll check here. Now I'm going to compare the words with the corresponding with the respective words. 14JE is for justice, right? 14JE is for justice. Now how I'm going to get 14 here? There is no n. N value is 14. If there is any n, we can say that yes, okay, first letter is n, that's why they have written 14. A third letter is n, that's why they have written 14. But there is no n here. So when there is no n, just check the number of letters in this. So the number of letters in this justice word, the number of letters in this justice word are 7. So that number of letters being twice, they have multiplied with 2. 7 into 2, 14. The starting letter is J and ending letter is E. Hope you understand how we got the numbers here. And we'll test it with another number also. Yes, E is surge starting letter. Yes, E is ending letter. But if you observe, surge is having only 5 letters. Surge is having only 5 letters. 5 into 2, 10. That is the logic. So for this question, they have taken numbers and letters. For the numbers, if you double the word, the number will come. If you take the first and last letters, the two letters will be the logic here. Clear? So once you identify the logic, I am telling you, some people answer this question. They are going to give you 5 counter questions on this. Some people going to answer these questions within 10 to 15 seconds based on their internet speed. 10 to 15 seconds if you identify the logic. But if you are not been able to identify the logic, even if you practice for 10 to 15 days also, you won't get the answer. It depends on how much speed you have tried your logic for the question. Okay, now how you are going to get the questions on this? See here, they have given, I have given sample questions here. See, what is the code for justice system in this code language? So already told you how we are going to get the codes here. So starting and ending letters has to be written here. So here starting letter is J and ending letter is E. And how many letters are there in justice? There are 7 letters. 7 into 2, 14. 14 JE. Coming to system, the starting letter is S and ending letter is M. Okay, and how many letters are there? 6 letters, so 12 SM. So 14 JE and 12 SM combination will be the answer. So 14 JE, 12 SM, that is nothing but option B will be the answer for this question. Clear? Next, according to the given pattern, what is the code for applications mine hidden? Applications mine hidden they have given. See, applications mine hidden. So first I'll take ME. Here I am going to get HN. Here I am going to get AS. So how many letters are there in applications? Here it is 5. 5 and 2 12. 12 means 24. Here I got 4 means 8. Here I got 6 means 12. So 24 AS. So that is not given here at all. 24 AS is not at all there. That's why answer will be none of this. So hope you got the idea regarding this miscellaneous coding. So like that, you are going to have more logics. The only secret behind this model is if you are able to identify, if you are able to practice more number of questions from this type of model, you are going to recollect all the logics by the time of attempting the exam. So coming to the conclusion of this concept, the coding and decoding concept especially especially I think it will definitely comes in the exam for 5 marks. This is pakka. The thing is, the rest of the topics is different, and this especially this coding and decoding is different because coding and decoding is completely logic based. That depends on how lucky you are on that day. If you wear your favorite lucky shirt, then you'll get easy logic there. Okay, I'm just kidding. No, if you practice more number of questions, I'm telling you, if you practice more number of questions with different types of logics and different types of implementations, I'm telling you, especially in these classes, in these live sessions, we are going to give you different implementations, not only the classroom knowledge. You are going to get the competitive trap. You are going to get aware of what is called competitive exam trap. You are going to get out of that. So that simple mark, that is a thin edge, will be there. You're going to get cross that edge once you come into the live sessions with us. Okay, thank you.